Hello, Wyatt Earp and other Western Lit fans. This is Janelle Molony, and I'm in downtown, or the old square in Pella, Iowa, and I wanted to show you how you can maximize your visit to the area, exploring all things, or as many things, Wyatt Earp and Western Lit as possible. And I wanted to tell you that there are two things you absolutely want to have before you arrive here. The first being the National Trail System's guide for important landmarks and destinations along the way from this location all the way to Council Bluffs and then into Omaha. The second being the 1864 diary of Sarah Jane Rousseau, which is the actual diary that goes along with the Earps journey, Nicholas Earp being the wagon master and Wyatt being 16 on this journey. So she's actually very detailed in her mileage and where she's at, what creeks they're stopping along on the way. And I'm going to be taking you on that journey today a little bit, and we'll blend these two together and tell that story, at least until we get to Council Bluffs. And I forgot, there's actually one other really important thing that you need before you leave Pella, and that is a delicious breakfast. You have your pick downtown of the Windmill Cafe, the Verplug Bakery, or the Yarsma Bakery further down, depending on if you want savory or sweet. We've got it all downtown. So let's start with a good foundation, and we're looking at about a 3.5 to 4 hour drive to get all the way from here to Council Bluffs. So come on with me. I'm excited that you're along for the journey. All right, so how I'm starting my day off, I got some tomato, egg, feta, spinach, omelet bites from Scooters. And of course, they hooked me up with a maple bourbon latte this morning. That sounds great. And then also I stopped at the Vanderplug Bakery and I got myself a letter S. If you don't like the letter S, they told me that you can special order a different letter. And it's full of some kind of almond cream. And then I also got, I don't know that I can eat all this, y'all, a cherry strudel stick, which is going to my mouth right now. Well, really good. So according to Sarah Rousseau's diary, we're going to head from Pella down to Knoxville. She says that the Pella Company reached Knoxville today about 2 o'clock, and it is 7 a.m. here. I'm going to reach it way sooner than her. So while you're in the Knoxville area, you definitely want to make a stop at or explore, truly, Lake Red Rock and go all around to the different little parks and get down to the waterline if you can. The nature's beautiful. The Cordova observation tower is really cool to go up, and so don't miss that. Of course, you're also going to want to check out the county courthouse downtown, where Nicholas Earp may have read the law for a while as a judge. Behind me is the Marion County Courthouse in Knoxville, Iowa, and this is where the local government was in the 1860s. So we do know that Wyatt Earp's father, Nicholas, was a judge for a while in the 1850s when he was in Marion County, living in Pella, but he'd have to come to Knoxville in order to hear a case or try a case. And then also Israel Curtis, who is also part of the Pella Company, who founded Central College. He was district attorney. That means he would have worked out of this courthouse. John Hamilton, who is in the Pella Company, was a law clerk, again, right here. And my third great grandfather, Dr. James Rousseau, also worked for the government as a land surveyor, and he would have had to bring his maps back here to turn them into the government. So it's pretty cool to be here. Those 4 men all worked in government positions, coming and going in this area for between 14 and 20 years prior to their journey west to San Bernardino. Now standing on that northwest corner is a huge and beautiful monument to, as they say, all soldiers and sailors who have departed, and it's pretty beautiful. Well, there wasn't much in the county courthouse in terms of historical information, so I popped in over to the Knoxville Public Library to see what they might have. So today I learned how to use microfilm, and I was looking for something that might be of interest in the 1860s area, but this one goes from 1858 immediately to 1865, so I don't get to see anything in the key years that I'm interested in. Actually, what I'm noticing is there seems to be a gap in a lot of the newspapers from 61 to 64 during the Civil War, and so maybe that was something that was impacted, that the newspapers didn't always have reporters, they couldn't always get the stories out, or maybe something else was going on. I'm not sure. I haven't studied newspaper history, but I'm just noticing a trend because when I'm looking through all the microfilm, I just see repeatedly gaps right in that window of time. All right, so I just spent a couple of hours at the Knoxville Library digging around through the microfilm. That was fun for a while. Boy, oh boy, they are so helpful there, and I appreciate being able to sit down, lay all the stuff out, dig through all the, they have a genealogical room, just lay it all out, looking through maps and such, and just, that was fun. It was fun. Not everything's online, people. You gotta go sit down and turn some pages. Hey, it's Janelle Molony, and I am at the Graceland Cemetery in Knoxville, Iowa. And I'm visiting some of my family here. Underneath, or with this entirely huge obelisk, is Marianne Anderson, born Marianne Rousseau, eldest daughter to Dr. James and Sarah Rousseau. And her headstone here says mother. She died pretty young, age 39, and I wonder what happened. Did she get sick? Was there an accident? Something I may do some research on later. Also here is Tom Anderson's two daughters, Sarah Jane and Evelyn Anderson, or Evelyn and Jenny, as they are on the headstones. Evelyn Anderson straight, I have appreciation for, because she actually composed a series of historical writings and shared them with the Daughters of the American Revolution. And those stories have since been published. And I appreciate that because she preserved some of my favorite anecdotes about Dr. James and Sarah here in Marion County, including the story of Dr. James' experiences as a country physician on horseback and experiences from Sarah Rousseau as a well-bred Londoner having to engage with country people. So thanks to Evelyn Anderson Straight, as her married name was, we're able to sort of see into the personalities of my family members. So I appreciate that so much. She was the granddaughter of them and was in communication and able to get those stories directly from them before they also passed. T.J. Anderson, or Thomas Jefferson Anderson, is not buried here. He's in San Bernardino. He ended up moving to Southern California where the rest of the Rousseaus were. So his father-in-law was down there as of 1864. T.J. Anderson was a school teacher for a minute in Liberty Township, and his wife, Mary Ann, was one of his students at the local country school. That's how they met. He also became a land surveyor, and then he became a lawyer, and then he became a judge. There's something else here that I want to show you though, and I only knew about it just from taking a short walk. I want to take you one more headstone over. The headstone here reads John J., son of D.H. and S.R. Rousseau, died February 19, 1873, aged 19 years and 8 days. This is where John Joseph Rousseau lies. John is the son of Dr. David Hilaire Rousseau and Sarah Ray Rousseau, who I'm not sure where Sarah is located, but David Hilaire is over in the Oskaloosa Cemetery, the forest cemetery over in Oskaloosa. And so I wonder why his son was here. Maybe he had a great relationship with his cousins who are also here. But I do still look at that, 19 years old. What happened? I don't know if he had an injury or got sick too. I don't know what that story is. Or maybe there was an epidemic in 1873 here in Marion County. I'm not sure. Perhaps it's something someone can do a little homeschool project and weigh in, take a look at an archive, take a look through some newspaper articles and find out what was going on in 1873. When you've seen all you want to see in the Knoxville area, the next place you're going to put in your GPS is Pleasantville. So you're going to be driving through awesome cornfields, soybean fields, and heading west on your way towards Council Bluffs.